Hi, everybody. This is Yarn Hellions Season 3, Episode 38. I'm Christine Parker of Christine Parker Co. This is my co-host, Sarah Flynn. Oops. We don't have a K9 co-host today. I'm sorry. We both have appointments right after we record this, so we have to dash. But we are going to talk about the Great Lakes Fiber Show that will have been 2 weeks ago by the time you see this. We've got yarn to show you. We have books to talk about. I have some new stickers and merch to show you. And we have a giveaway to announce. We have a winner. We're going to pick a winner and send somebody a t-shirt. And it's going to be great. So we're glad you're here. Sarah.
Yes.
Over to you.
Oh, I wanted to point out my Christine Parker Co. shirt.
Perfection is boring and also not real.
It's adorable, and this is a TeePublic one.
Yeah, that one's on TeePublic.
Sure. So go look at her TeePublic. Actually, I went this morning. There's a few others I want.
Aw. This is also a TeePublic shirt, but it's not my design. I don't actually know who this is, but if anyone is interested, I can find it and share. So what's going on? What have you been up to?
That I've been really busy at work, but good busy. We're always planning our next round of programs. So in like 3 days, I have to turn in all of my fall programs, which sounds like, oh, you just like type it up. It's crazy. You're just like, so there's 4 of us in the adult department. So we have to coordinate ours compared to the teen and the children's. And in addition to that, we have people who come in, like we can bring people in to speak. So I have a few of those. We have people like our administration. That's really nice. They coordinate like lots of like really interesting speakers and people, and then send us out like different ones, so we get to choose off a list. So we get our ones that we're getting like a musical act. We're getting something about like these paranormal guys coming like right around Halloween.
Oh, fun.
Really cool stuff. So they coordinate that. They give those to us. We have people who teach computer classes that come out, which is like centrally done, which is so cool. But like merging it all together is
this
only my
sounds like
second
a
time
project.
doing it. It's so there's so many, and then you have to enter it so it goes in the printed guide. Enter it so it goes on the website so that people can go and register for it. And there's toggles, and I'm still getting used to it.
Yeah, that's
Plus,
a lot.
I'm submitting my fall programs without my first program is next week, so don't know what's gonna work or what won't or what will, and I just gotta wing the fall but like some things like obviously like there's nothing I'm like trying that's like so out of left field that it's not probably gonna work. It's whether it's like gangbusters or I get like 5 people. So.
You have one coming up, right? Like something next week? Okay.
Yeah, I have my first Brooklyn Knit Night. So you can message me if you want more info or look at Cuyahoga County Public Library. It'll be Wednesday, June 7th at 7:15. And I've recruited a few friends to come. And then also, I was so excited. I had my last job, I had a knitting club, and I've got a few people on that list coming. So I'm like, yay.
I have terrible news for you, though. This episode is going to air after that.
Well, crap.
I'm sorry.
Why am I saying that then?
Do you know the date for the next one? Is there one in July?
There is, and let me look. I'm like, this is like real time. July.
Well, it's so hard to record a week ahead of time.
Okay, July 5th.
Okay.
At Brooklyn branch of Cuyahoga County Public Library.
Okay.
It's on Ridge Road. And yeah, 7:15. Bring your stuff. Come hang out.
That sounds fun.
Yeah. So it'll be always the first Wednesday of the month for as long as.
Oh, okay. Well, that's easy to remember.
Up, yeah. So, yeah. I think I've got 12, 15 signed up.
Oh, nice.
No, so I'm excited.
That's awesome.
So that'll be my first official program, and then I think my next one is you use t-shirts that are like stained or like that, you know, you've outgrown, or like for whatever reason you strip it into yarn and then you crochet with a really big crochet hook and make rugs.
Oh, fun.
So that's my next one. And I didn't know if like people were newbies, how hard it would be to teach. So I limited the class to 12, and I think I've got like 8 or 10 people on the waiting list. So I think I'm going to run it a second time in a week or two after it and ask all the waiting list people to come.
Oh,
so
yeah.
It's going good so far.
Good.
So
I had it when we hosted our exchange student back in 2018, 2019 school year. She did the whole school year. She was in, she did a program through the local library. It was Teen Art Club. And so like once a month, like on Wednesday night, she would go for 2 hours to the library. We would just drop her off and bye, have fun making art. Yeah, and she she loved it. She made friends, and, you know, they were like always doing crafts and just like fun. Man, the library. Oh, the library. Devin, my husband, was talking about, he's like, man, that like all the programs that they do, like the library has so many resources. It's just, and I'm like, yeah, that's why we pay taxes.
Yeah. Ohio is actually one of, or if is the best state for funding libraries.
Oh, good.
We just have a long history of having the best libraries, and have just lobbied to keep it that way. So
yeah, they
always threaten that it's going to get kicked back. And it does a little bit, I think, but we send like busloads of people.
Yeah.
So,
Cuyahoga County is like, that library system is continuously voted like one of the best in the country.
It is.
We're so lucky.
I know. So, I really like it. And there's something else I was going to say. As opposed to Florida libraries right now, which if you read about it, it's very, very terrifying.
I don't know that I have heard what is happening. Are they banning books?
More in school libraries. So
yeah, okay.
You know, just like, oh, here's the list of unacceptable books, and it's anything diverse in any way. And then so it's really scary.
Can I segue really quick into?
You can. It's perfect time.
The month is over now, but this the banned books, Read More Banned Books was the design for Kick-Ass Flair Club in May. So all of this has already gone out to members, but will be on my website, available in like 3 months. Because, you know, if you want the current designs, you got to get in on Kick-Ass Flair Club. But yeah, we are here at Yarn Hellions. We are a big fan of banned books, so read those. The end. I have more book stuff to share in a little bit.
What's been going on with you?
We've talked about in a previous episode, I was like, you know what? All I've done this year is like break my website and be sick. Oh, yes, it was fixed. My great website. I announced the last episode. I'm like, yeah, my new website. It's great. So yesterday was June 1st, and all of the Kick-Ass Flair Club subscriptions started rolling over for the new month, and a bunch of payments like failed. And so I'm like, yesterday I was putting out fires all day trying to figure out what is going on. Why aren't my payments going through? What is happening? Everybody's getting these like, your payment is, you know, not able to authenticate emails, and like your subscription is going to be canceled and all this stuff. And people are like, what is going on? And I'm like, I don't know. So it's not solved yet. I don't know what's going on. But I contacted tech support, and they're like, okay. I talked to them for like 2 hours, and then at the end they're like, oh, we need to dig deeper into this. We will get back to you. And I'm like, okay, well, in the meantime, like my livelihood is just out the window. So the website it's not broken. It's just not doing exactly what it's supposed to. And it's weird because some people's payments are going through, but others are not. And that's why I had to contact customer service, because I'm like, I can't figure out why one and not the other and what's going on. But anyway, so there's that. And then on the getting sick side of things, I've been having panic attacks again. I don't know, like, if there's something in the water or the air maybe, but like my anxiety has been just off the charts. And those of you who are in the Kick-Ass Flair Club Discord server have known, like, I've just like, really sucks. It's really hard. Like, the worst part for me is the part where I'm like, okay, I know this is a panic attack and I know that I'm not actually dying. And yet the panic part of me is like, yeah, you're actually dying. And I like, you can't like rationalize yourself out of it. Yeah. So that's been really frustrating. In gooder news, we Devin and I went to the Blink-182 concert in Cleveland, the reunion tour, a couple weeks ago, which was super fun. I hadn't seen them. Well, I'd seen them like 4 times in high school, like, you know, in the 90s and early 2000s, but then they like broke up sort of because Tom DeLonge went to chase aliens or whatever. And then Mark, the bassist, had cancer. And so they finally were able to get back together and they had the reunion tour and it was really, really fun. I hadn't been to a concert certainly since pandemic times, since the before times of the pandemic. But yeah, it was really fun, nostalgic. I stayed up way past my bedtime.
And the drums exploded, didn't they?
Yes, Travis Barker, the drummist. Drummer. He was on his drum kit was like on this little stage that could fly. It was pretty cool. I remember one of their concerts in the 90s that I went to. It was sort of like that, but the stage that he was on turned upside down, and so he was like upside down drumming upside down. And when just a couple weeks ago, the reunion tour, when the stage started to lift up, Devin's like, oh my God, it's going to turn upside down. But it didn't, because that was 25 years ago or whatever. And we're all old now. Which was one of the funnest things, going to a concert, because like everyone is dressed like, you know, we're all like aging punk rockers or whatever. And just funny to see people dressed like it was 1998, but like we all have gray hair and like whatever. I don't know. It was fun. That's all. I don't know. I don't really have anything. Okay. This is going to be a weird episode, I feel like. Yeah.
Yeah, we always say we don't have enough to talk about, and then we find a way.
Yeah. Do you want to talk about Great Lakes?
I do.
Because that was one of the like big things in my life.
Highlights of the last few weeks. Mm-hmm. So much fun. And for just like kind of winging it, like we'll find a place to all sit. Mm-hmm. It worked out really well.
It was perfect.
Yeah, not only were we kind of in the shade for most of the day till like the afternoon, like I was hoping it would go the other way, but like the sun went, so we were getting a little more sun as the day went. But we were right beside the 4-H building, which is kind of right as you come in. And it was by the sheepdog demonstration, so we got to watch sheepdog demonstrations, and they had a little tent with a little poopy puppy.
They had little puppies.
Oh my gosh! So those like nice seats. Yeah. So yeah, we sat around and it was really, really fun.
It was great.
Took like little excursions of 2 or 3 of us going to buy yarn and get tacos.
Yeah, we had so much fun. Well, I'll share a group picture. There was like 12 or maybe 15 people all together at once. And like people would pop in and say hi and then, you know, leave and go do their shopping and then come back and like eat a snack and then go do more shopping and whatever. So
and we took a picture at the end of the day, so we missed a few people that came in, sat with us. So if we did.
Yeah, we just we loved chatting with you, and we gave away a bunch of stickers. Mm-hmm.
And I think we're gonna do it next year.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. That was, Although I think next year I have like a pop-up shade tent. I think I'm going to bring that next year.
By the time the sun was coming out, it was.
Yeah. And there's like not a single tree on that fairgrounds.
It was like they bulldozed all the buildings or something.
Yes. You bought some fun yarn though.
I did. Yes. I'm going to share. And I love the color pink. But I really did go a bit crazy. But I think it's still in my brain. I showed a while ago. Do you remember? I think it was right around wool gathering last year, like September. I had bought a bunch of pink because I wanted to do the fading point. Do it all like super bright pink. Mm-hmm. And some, like I'll line them up still and like look at them and then not quite. Mm-hmm. Like either there's Yeah, they're just not quite, so I need a few more options to throw in there. So that was important. So I stopped by Bewitched Pigments and chatted with them, which was nice to catch up with, like, dire buddies that I, won't be vending with anymore. But it was nice to catch up. So she was telling me that her daughter had named this, and they had done this color, and it was so cool, and couldn't think it is like, after you do it for a while, you're like, I can't think of one more name for this fucking yarn. Yeah. So she said her daughter was like, it's called Psychic Readings, and I was like, okay, that's it.
That's really good.
I know. So I love it, and it is incantation, which is 60% superwash merino, 20% alpaca, 20% nylon. So this might go in the mix, but I have to, like, line them up. Then I stopped by Yarn Birds. And
I love that.
Them, and they had a little I don't know, I just love this. It is Somerset yarns, which I was not familiar with, and I mean, come on, like,
that's amazing.
I know
those speckles are
fantastic.
Yeah,
just like, so. Yeah. Like every bright. So, I mean, it was coming home with me. And then I was kind of getting near the end of my yarn budget. So I was we were making the last sweep, and Amia was with me, and I stopped in to But Did You Die yarns, and was chatting with the ladies and touching stuff, and chatting with the ladies, and they commented on my Yarn Hellions t-shirt, and I was telling them about it. Aww. And I was fond of, like, they had one color that I really liked in, like, every base, so I was like, and then Amia caught up to me, and I was like, I think I'm done, but there's this one, and she was like, yeah. So I was like, okay. It didn't take much. I was gonna say arm twisting, for this beautiful sparkle. Ooh. I know, it's so pretty. So I chatted with them.
I want to taste it. It looks like sherbet or something.
No, Colorway Annie.
Cute.
And it's Selena sparkle base, and I just I know I need, like, a little better. I have, like, one little basket that I have, like, my prettiest ones, like, sticking out of, just so I can look at them. But I might need another one. So I had fun, and I was very good with my budget. And nice. Then running around this morning, I bought another little yarn cozy from Mid-Mitten Designs, and I really like her. She was the one that I bought, the one, and it was like color 1, color 2. It was a whole pack. So she has really great, she's from Michigan, so I think Mid-Mitten, because Michigan is like, looks like a mitten. And she's great too. So that was my thing. Oh,
you did good. Yeah,
I really did. And then tacos. They were great. They came with, like, 3 different salsas. One of them was pineapple. I'm like, what is, like, it was really good. That sounds great. And sour cream, which I can't, like, live without sour cream. So I will really give it to them for their food. So and I know Sam had French fries that were really good, like the longer, like fair kind of fries. And then Mariah brought a bunch of food. She was, like, super prepared.
Mariah had so much food, and she was, like, feeding everybody.
It was nice. She'd bring out something. Who wants popcorn? Give everyone popcorn. She's so prepared. I was like, I didn't even think about. I mean, like, I didn't prepare. So next, we will know. She had pickles. Yeah, she, like, brought a whole picnic. Yeah, it was really, really good. So that was my purchases. And I really stuck to my yarn budget. And I didn't buy anything. I don't know how. I know what happened, because I set a budget. I was going to spend $100, and then the week before, what's that? Spun Right Round came out with her advent for the year, and the theme was vintage Christmas. I mean, and I'm like, well, there goes my Great Lakes budget, because I had to get that one. So then I had no more budget left, so I didn't buy anything. But I did like pet a bunch of yarn, and I just, like, really, I had so much fun just sitting and knitting and hanging out with everybody. I finished my cowl, my one skein make along cowl. I'm still working. Oh my gosh. I was like trying to get in some rows. But I really love this pattern, and I can at least show you like how it like works out. So it's the antler toque from Tin Can Knits, and I'm using one of my worsted. But it's so cool because the you're using like, you know, cable needle or you're cabling, but they don't cross. They just keep like coming out, and that's why they're antlers, because you like work out and then you're just like pulling another one. So it turns out it is really, really a cool pattern. So I will finish this sucker up, but it has just been hectic with work. And I come home, I have no brain power at night, so I'm like, and then I have what Discord calls farmer bedtime. Yes. Which is those of us, there's a crew of us that are like 9 o'clock, 9:30 bedtime, and we're like, good night.
Goodbye.
And then they stay up and talk for more hours, and then we have to catch up.
The farmers and the vampires. I finished mine on time. Not that it matters because I can't enter the giveaway. But I like whipped this pattern up. It's just a crochet stitch cowl and that I did in the round, and it was really easy. And I used, this is Superfine Yarn Co. This was the September colorway for last year for the Quincy's Yarn Club. And I think I probably had 2 ounces of, I had just a little ball left. Yeah, and I think it turned out really cute.
Did you have to start, did you get the right width on the first go round, or did you have to like do it a few times?
You mean
when you started, did you just go till you, well, I guess it was crocheting, knitting. So did you just get around and then you knew that was like the right? You
will be shocked when I tell you that I actually crocheted a little swatch.
Oh man.
I did, because I wanted to practice the stitch. So I probably, it was like a 4-inch swatch, like 4 inches by 2, just to make sure that I knew what I was doing. And so I just looked at that and I was like, well, like one of these little, what do you call these? Scallop. One of these little scallops is like 1 inch, and I know it needs 6 stitches per scallop. So, you know, if I want it to be like 20 inches, or I don't even know what I did, 24 maybe. I just guessed on how many stitches to not cast on, because that's knitting. What I know. Do when it's crochet.
Cast on.
Yeah, nice. I sort of guessed. Yeah, and it turned out all right. Nice really little one skein. Little one skeiner. And we just loved seeing your projects. Oh my gosh, it was so fun to go through today and find all the entries on Instagram, and to see what you guys made. There were socks, there were a bunch of shawls, many Raina shawls. I saw a lot of those. Allison beaded one, our friend Allison.
So pretty.
And let's see, who else made a Raina? Sarah made a Raina. I think Jessie was making a Raina.
Oh my gosh.
Megan made a hitchhiker, and I think also some socks. I know there was at least one hat. Jennifer made a hat. The other Jennifer made a hitchhiker. So 2 hitchhikers, because really you only need 2 patterns in your life. You need a Raina and you need a hitchhiker, and that's it. That's all you need. So yeah, we have, I printed out everybody's names and put them in this fancy vintage bowl. You want to pick one, Sarah? We'll pick a winner for the giveaway. We're going to give away a Yarn Hellions t-shirt.
Jennifer P.
Oh my god. Who made a hitchhiker.
Oh my god.
Yay. So we will find you on Instagram and or Discord and or wherever else you are, and we will get your t-shirt size and send you a Yarn Hellions t-shirt. Yay. And speaking of Yarn Hellions t-shirts, a lot of people in the comments on the last episode were like, oh, I wish you sold these t-shirts. And so that's something that Sarah and I have been talking about for ages. And we just like couldn't like pin it down. So since you all seem so interested in it, I think we're going to start putting stuff in my web shop at christineparkerco.com. I'll make a page for the Yarn Hellions, like a special category for Yarn Hellions merch. But I want to know what products you would like to see. So we'll probably do t-shirts, mugs, tote bags, stickers. We could do like those little button pins. Really anything. I could do water bottles. Most of the stuff will be print on demand. So really anything that you can think of, I can probably do. You could have a throw pillow. We could make a blankie. Trying to think what else. We could make men's boxer shorts, or sports bras, leggings, baby onesies, a Yarn Hellions baby onesie.
Leggings.
Oh my God.
The Ride back. Little flames all over.
Yeah, that'd be cute. So tell us what sounds interesting, and I'll start putting those in my shop, and then I'll announce what in the next episode. I'll let you know what the link is and all that. What's going to be in there. So yeah.
Thanks for everyone who participated.
Oh yeah,
and I think we'll just keep doing it every year too, because it's nice to like get rid of one's gain and get like something done.
Yes.
Especially for me, who picks elaborate shawls all over the place.
I think a stash, like a scrap yarn, something or other might be fun too.
I have a little pile that I've been accumulating.
That might be fun.
Yeah. Because it would be nice to have like scrappy options all in one.
Yeah. Anything that like forces me to like use up some of like to finish
Stuff
a project. I'm like, yes. All right.
Let's talk about Fated Mates podcast.
Wait, I gotta spit out my gum. I was gonna spit it into Jennifer's name. I'll use one of the other ones. Who's getting my gum? Megan R.
Oh. Sorry, Megan.
She loves it. We love you, Megan. Okay. So on the way down, I love traveling with Sarah because she's like, "Ooh, do you want to listen to this podcast?" And I'm like, you've been telling me about that podcast for 2 years. I keep meaning to listen to it and I've never gotten around to it. So then when we go somewhere and we're in the car, like, I'm like, yes, let's listen to a podcast. So we listened to a couple episodes of the Fated Mates podcast, which tell me.
Yeah, Sarah McLean, who's a romance writer, and Jen Prokov, who is a romance editor. And they've been friends for a long time, and they just chat about romance.
We listened to the most recent episode, which I think, was that the one about kisses?
Yeah.
Kissing?
Really good kisses, which sometimes are overlooked to go straight to the main event. So it was nice to hear like people who write really good kissing scenes or really good at building up. Yeah. So that was fun. And we did like ones you wish you could read again for the first time. Yeah. So if you're a romance reader, give it a try. It's just really fun. Lots of and like fun topics, and then in between they interview romance writers who've been around for a long time and just talk to them about like their experience and what they've learned, and it's really interesting.
I hadn't read any romance in so long, and so listening to this podcast, I'm like, oh my god, I gotta read every romance. And so I like made a big list, from their show notes or whatever, and as soon as I got home, I started reading some of their books. One of the ones I grabbed was The Opposite of You by... Shit, I just closed it. The Opposite of You by Rachel Higginson. It's the first book in the Opposites Attract series. And it's a foodie romance. So it was like, I don't think I'd ever read like a restaurant food, like, where it's like a main part of the plot is food and like cooking. And so the premise is that, I'll show you the cover. So the premise is that this gal, she's like down on her luck. She's, just out of a really bad relationship. And she moves home to live with her dad who has cancer. And she she like went to chefery school, culinary school. But she's like, I don't want to work, like, I don't have a job in like a 5-star restaurant or 4-star or whatever the star system is. She's like, I'm going to open a food truck. And so she starts this food truck, and her brother, who owns a bicycle shop, lets her park in his parking lot for free. And unfortunately, there's one of these fancy 4 to 5-star restaurants right across the street. And the head chef at the fancy restaurant gets all pissed off that there's now this like crappy food truck, like competing for business, across the street. And well, I mean, you know, I think you can probably guess what happens. And it was just really cute and really fun. And the food, descriptions were really great. Like really great. I'm like, I want to eat everything in this book. My only gripe about the book was that it was such a slow burn.
Too slow.
It was too slow. Like we were at 43% before there was even a kiss. And it wasn't like a sexy kiss. It was just like a peck, like just a little kiss. And then it took till 85%, you guys. 85% for sexy time. That's too long for me. I don't have that kind of time. We need to like pick up the pace. Let's go. We're going to do it now. Okay. But it was cute. So if you like, you know, beards, and tattoos and I food.
Think they should have like represented some of the food somehow. I don't know how you would do that on a romance cover, but like, it's like a cityscape.
Yeah, it's like a cityscape
and lady and a dude with a beard. I don't know.
Yeah.
I think like I'm wondering if they were thinking that would, I don't know. Like, is it such
There's
a
not even a
niche
food
thing?
truck on
I know,
here.
a little food truck.
Yeah.
I'm thinking you should probably just, their editor or publisher or something probably was like, oh, that might turn people off, but like, you should just lean into it.
Yeah. Lean into it. Yeah, so it was cute.
Should we talk about more books? Or do you want to?
Yeah, we might as well. Yeah, let's.
Or do you want to talk about your stickers?
Oh, yeah, I can do that. Okay.
Yeah, your stickers. I don't want to.
Okay. Let me switch my brain from books back to merch. So I showed you the May Flare. I'm going to show you the June Flare. You can sign up for Kick-Ass Flare Club right now. This is my new website. I can send you the June Flare like right now. As soon as you paid up, like I could just send it to you. Used to be on Patreon. I'd have to wait until the month was over and like screw around with spreadsheets and shipping platforms, and it was just a nightmare. But we're in the last month of the Imaginary Books theme. So the June Flare is this purple book. It's the fake title we came up with was The Importance of Becoming Ungovernable, and it is Oscar Wilde.
Okay.
We couldn't remember that in the last episode who the
importance of being earnest.
Yeah, The Importance of Being Earnest is Oscar Wilde. That's this book. This is the June Flare.
It's lovely.
Thank you. It's one of my favorites. I think it turned out really cute. So, I'll show you the April Flare because it was a book too. This was 101 Ways to Mind Your Own Fucking Business. And then I also put together, I just was like, I need more book stickers in my life. So I made, I have now like a set. There's a whole set of book stickers. So this one, these will be available, by the time you see this, these will be available in my shop. But this one is Ask Me About My Books. And it's got some little vines and some little flowers on it. Fuck Off, I'm Reading, of course. These are all going to be blurry because... What is the trick? What is the trick to...
There's no answer.
And then Support Your Local Library, which we just talked about. So you can get all three. You can get the June Flare. Eventually the April and May Flare will be up on my website. So yay. Yay, book stickers. I also have a couple other new designs. There's the Cry Gang logo. This is a sparkle sticker. Yeah, it's an onion because is someone chopping onions in here? What? Why are my eyes leaking? So this is on sticker. There's a t-shirt and a mug. And I also have, is that it? I also have mystery sticker packs that I put together. I'm so excited about these. So I just, like some of my older designs, I stuck them in, well, not just older designs. There's new stuff in these too. But you can, for a discounted price, you can get 3 mystery stickers, and it's like a little surprise, and I'm just really excited about these. Little stickers, these were really fun to put together. So, that's merch.
Oh, good.
Now you want to do real books?
Yeah, I didn't want to do merch last.
Okay.
So. Okay. Let's keep on the romance theme and talk about a book you recommended, which is Beard Science by Penny Reid. And I skipped 2. This is 3 or 4.
I think it's 3.
I skipped 2 Beard Science out of the Winston Brothers series. This is number 3. And I'd seen these covers, and I just was like, didn't quite like get it. All of the covers have like a different brother's like face, but it looks like it's cross stitch.
They're so cute,
and they're really cute. And Christine was like, just read Cletus's book. You don't need, or ask me why. Which one is best because it's Cletus or something. Yeah, like there's no, which is so cute because like you can see like the other couples that are already together, which is kind of cute, and then the ones that are yet to come. So if I had just endless amount of time, I would have already read the whole series. But right now, I only read Cletus's book, and it was lovely.
Wasn't he great?
The heroine is just like kind of under the thumb of her parents, and just isn't really independent. Doesn't have a whole lot of self-confidence, or like know who she is, because her mom is kind of molding her into being this, like, it's set in the South, maybe like a Southern belle that she's not. They have a baking company, and the mom has her being the face of it with rural like makeup and hair and little dresses, and you know, making her into this like thing she doesn't want to be, and
she's like a doll,
can't speak out against them, and just slowly Cletus comes into her life, and at first it's not romantic. He is just helping her to become more dateable is kind of what she was going for. She wanted to get out of her family house, and you know, so he helps her with lessons at first about how to kind of become herself, and it goes from there, and it's darling and wonderful, and all of the brothers are a scream, and
they're all hot. They all have beards.
Oof. So yeah, I gotta go back, because one of the early ones, he's dating like a really famous actress.
That one's fun.
I want to go back to that one too. So
they're just like, yeah, like fun romantic comedy. Penny Reid is just a delight.
Actually, yeah, I really loved it. I have no notes. It's so cute.
Cool.
You have another one?
Oh,
you want me to talk about? We were both read this.
Yeah, we could talk about that one.
Yeah. And I was going to show the book for the sequel, or the cover for the sequel, because I like it better. Everyone on Discord, pretty much except me, had read Ninth House by Leigh Bardugo, and I just finished it last week, and now I'm showing you the cover for the sequel because it's creepy and wonderful. The sequel is Hellbent by Leigh Bardugo, and it's like this. It's crazy. And I had read this, the same author that did Shadow and Bone, which is like the Netflix series, which I thought was really well done. And now, like, to have one successful like series, or she has multiple already, and then to like, I was like, oh, this will probably be like okay. It's really good. So, do you want to talk about Alex?
I think we sort of talked about it
a little bit when you read it.
One of the older episodes.
Okay, so yeah, really quick. She's at Yale. She's had kind of like a troubled background, and there's this society that keeps tabs on all the magical like frat houses at Yale, and make sure they're not like doing necromancy or like really, I mean, and like they kind of can do a lot, but they have to like not bring like a bunch of demons out, or, you know, so they kind of go when they do rituals and oversee it, and of course stuff just starts falling apart. There's only like 3 of them for all of Yale, and things just start going so bad for her. It's creepy, and I made the mistake of reading it with my eyeballs before bed and was waking up panicky.
Yeah.
So I'm doing this on audio and doing it in the car on my commute, and that's much more lovely
safer
to my brain.
Isn't the audio reader
really good?
Fantastic.
She's doing lots.
She's great. She does all the voices. She's great. I don't know who it is, but she's wonderful.
So good. So yay for that.
The only other book I've read, and it took me a month, I read Persuasion by our friend Jane Austen. Never read. Well, you've seen the movie.
Well, yes.
And I didn't even download a cover because there's 1,200 covers and they're all beautiful. So I just downloaded some pictures from my favorite movie adaptation. This was the one from 2007 with Sally Hawkins, who's just the cutest little peanut. And Wentworth is this blonde guy who, like, he's okay.
He's not right.
But yeah, Persuasion, it's Jane Austen. Do I need to explain it to you?
And I think she's an unusual heroine too. I really like her.
Yeah. She's very sweet. She's sort of like stuck in this family that are like, overbearing. Her dad's like an overbearing, he's super vain and, and then, so these two were in love back in the day and they wanted to get married, but like dad and one of a friend, a lady, I can't think of her name. One of this, but an older friend was like, no, you can't marry him. He's a Navy captain, a Navy. Mm-hmm. He's a Navy guy. He's a nobody. Like he's poor as a church mouse. You can't marry this guy. So then, okay, she's like, well, okay. I mean, I guess you're right. Well, 8 years pass. She's never married because she's still stuck on him. He's never married because presumably he's stuck on her. So he comes back and he's rich now because he's made his fortune in the Navy. And so then, like sparks fly again, but they're like, does he still like me? Does she still like me? How do we like get reacquainted? Like, and then there's like all their like meddling relatives and whatever. And it's really cute. And are you looking for?
I am. Well, do you already have
it? Yeah. This is Captain Wentworth from Sarah's favorite adaptation, the 1995 version. I didn't even bother getting a picture of Amanda Root.
Sorry, Amanda Root. That's Ciaran Hinds.
Yeah. He's lovely.
He really is. He's just like not traditionally handsome. I love like not super like traditional. Mm-hmm. Like the other boy who was too pretty. He's just too pretty. I'm sorry.
He's like a boy band.
Yeah, like rom-com, anything, fine. This is Captain Wentworth. It's like in oh my god, the one with Emma, like Emma Thompson and oh my gosh, Sense and Sensibility.
Oh yeah.
What's his kid? Colonel Brandon is all of my brain cells are gone. Is Snape from Harry Potter. This is really, really not good.
Shit, what's his name?
I know. Alan Rickman.
Yes.
It took me a while.
Oh, love
Not
Alan
traditionally
Rickman.
handsome, but like gruff around the edges and like dreamy. I mean,
he's like 9 feet tall too, isn't he?
Huge.
He was in. I recognized him from Game of Thrones before I ever saw this adaptation.
He is like.
Yep.
Yeah, like he's got that like. Of course, trying to come up with another name when I already can't think of names. Jeez.
If the sun is shining, it's like I said, there's something in the water.
Yeah, I will get there.
Yeah, he's a hottie. I didn't even download a picture from the new Persuasion adaptation with the chick from 50 Shades of Grey. I watched it, it was fine, but my favorite of the three was the 2007 with Sally Hawkins.
And mine is the 95. Yeah, and the new one, if you watch it as not Persuasion, it's good. She's kind of bumbling and she's but she's not her. It's not that. If you just think of it as like a fun period piece, great. But it is not
in the new one. They like make her this like cool edgy aunt. And she's like, that's not what this character is.
Okay, Jeff Goldblum. I had to look it up with my old brain. He's got that like not traditional but the like vibes coming off are.
I see that, yeah. Sort of swarthy.
Yes, please sign me up. So, Okay. Well, thank you for having my boy in there.
You're so welcome. I knew I couldn't just have Sally
like
Hawkins
over
in there.
here, like. Oh my gosh.
Oh, is that I don't really have any other books to talk about.
I don't either. I have been slow.
Yeah, so I haven't been able to sleep because I've been like so anxious with like health related panic attacks that normally I don't keep my phone in my bedroom, because if I keep my phone by my bed, I will not read. I will look at my phone, and that's what's been happening. But because I've been so anxious that I can't read, my brain will wander, and so I need like the strong distraction of like real Instagram reels or like TikTok or like where I can really check out. Yeah. So that's what I've been doing. But as soon as we finish this episode, I'm going to the doctor to get my health checked on. So hopefully it'll be good news and my anxiety will get the fuck out. It's exhausting.
And I'm going for a hearing test because I've had my hearing aids for a little while, and they check to see if it's getting worse, which I think it kind of is. It's terrible. And there's a software update that only they can add to my hearing aids because I've only been getting Bluetooth in one side or the other, and it's never the same side, and it's really annoying. It's hard to like have it like if you're on a walk. Have it just on one side. It's just concerning. So I'm gonna fix that.
When they do your hearing test, do they test your hearing with the hearing aids or without? Or both?
I don't know because it's my first time.
Oh, okay.
With them. So
you'll have to report back.
Yeah. We'll see.
Okay. All right. Well, our next episode, we are gonna talk about our favorite personal growth nonfiction. So like your self-help books, but we decided not to call it self-help books because that sounds sad. So like I don't know, like so it'll be like nonfiction and like I think we've talked about.
We'll talk about burnout.
Yeah, right. That's what I was just gonna say. We'll talk about burnout. I have some other ones in my brain that I will share. That's one of my favorite like genres of nonfiction is how to be a better you. So that'll be in 3 weeks. We love you so much, and thank you for hanging out with us. Remember to subscribe if you like this episode, and we will see you soon. Goodbye.